Okay, my name is Edward Manigo. I live in Roseburg, Ohio. Um, I'm here today to make this video concerning the incident that happened at Penn State when I worked there back in 1984, 85, and 86. But first, I want to start by giving my condolences to Joe Paterno and his family on his passing. I knew Joe Paterno by his mother. I took care of his mother when she was in the nursing home at State College Manor. And I just want to say, he was a good man, and he's the one that helped me get the job at Penn State through me taking care of his mother. So I'd like to send my condolences to them. And I want them to understand that Penn State not only hurt them, but he also hurt me and my family. When they fired Joe Paterno, that led me to believe and to know that they'll do anything to hurt anyone, and that's what they did. First, I want to start off by saying in 1982, 83, I got a job at the State College Manor taking care of Joe Paterno's mother, and during the process, I was telling her about how I would love to work for Penn State. And she told me, she said, well, I'll talk to Joe Paterno. I'll talk to Joe. She called him Joe. She said, I'll talk to Joe, and we'll go from there. So in the process, a few weeks went by, and Joe Paterno and Mrs. Sandusky come to see her, and she mentioned to them about me wanting a job there, and they said that they would take care of that. And time went by, maybe a couple of weeks or so, and I got a call to send a report to Penn State employment for a job. So I went, and I didn't have to do no application or nothing. It was, they just gave me a little paperwork to fill out, but other than that, there was nothing done. So they told me that I could start work that following week, so I did, and I was first hired at the maintenance department, what they call the fleet, which we take care of all the campus and all the stuff that has to do with the campus, whether it be the football stadium or library or wherever they needed stuff or something moved. That was our job. So in the process, I started working there, and I thought it was kind of strange that in the fleet department, there were 2,000 people working in the fleet department, and there were only 2 African Americans, me and another guy. And we were being harassed. We were being, called the N-word. And then about a couple weeks after I was there, I had a Camaro on. I had just got it painted. And every day I would go out there, I would notice that someone was keying my car. So I reported to the Penn State police, and I asked them, can they look on the camera and see who's keying my car? And they come back and said they didn't see no one. So about a week later, I said, well, I'm just gonna, sit out here and wait. So I sat in the other guy's car, the other African-American car. I sat in his car that morning after I parked mine, I was waiting to see who was gonna come in and who was gonna key my car. So as we were sitting there, I see one of the guys that worked there, white guys, and he proceeded to come by and key my car. So I confronted him, and I said, why are you doing this here? I said, you're gonna pay me for keying my car. And he called me the nigger, he called me the N-word, and said that I'm not gonna pay you for nothing. So I reported to my supervisor and to the Penn State police, and nothing happened. So a couple weeks later, me and my friend, we were sitting at me and the other African-American guy, we're sitting at by the water fountain on the bench eating our lunch. And that same guy come up to me and he said, nigga, you don't believe I'll spit in your face. And I said, I don't recommend that. So he proceeded to go to the water fountain and get a mouthful of water and come and just douse me with it. And I got up and I just beat him down. So when they broke the fight up, the supervisor came and said, who started it? And I told him what he had did, and he had asked all the other people in the room, and none of them would take my side. They said that I started it. And the African American guy with me, he said, no, look at this man, he's soaking wet. he didn't spit on himself. So they transferred me to the disposal treatment plant after that. And I felt like I was being, picked on because of what I had done. So I filed an agreement, said that I didn't do anything, why they transferred me to the worst job of all. And a couple weeks went by and I filed my agreements. Then they come back and they say, okay, we're going to transfer you to the janitor department, which is the next worst job because you have to clean all the bathrooms on PENN State. That means the library, the gym, the football stadium, all the study hall, all the big buildings. So they transferred me to the 10 to 6 shift, which is, all the bathroom has to be cleaned at night. So I had to work at night from 10 to 6. So the first week I was there, they gave me the gym and I cleaned the gym, and then the next week they gave me the football stadium and I cleaned that, and then they rotated me back to the gym. And in this night, as I pulled up about 10:20, 10:30, I noticed there was a car out there in the parking lot, and there should be no cars out there at night. So I called my supervisor and I asked him, I said, why is there a car out here? I said, there should be no cars out here at this time of night. He says, I don't know. He said, maybe, one of the coaches or something, in his office or something. He says, it's okay. So I proceed to open the door and go in. And as normal, I go to the shower. So I went to the homeroom shower, the home team shower. And as I was going in there, I heard the shower on. So I stepped around and I observed Mr. Sandusky and a young kid. And I said, Mr. Sandusky, because I had knew him because of Joe Paterno's mom and at the nursing home. And I says, how long are you going to be, sir? He said, oh, me and my son had just got through working out and we're taking a shower. And he said, give me about 20 minutes. And I said, okay. So I proceed to leave and to go over to the visitor's locker room and clean their shower. And when I got through with my work around about, say, 3 or 4 o'clock, I wrote out a report that Mr. Sandusky was there, him and his son. And that's, normal, you have to fill out, reports when something goes wrong or somebody's in there or something. So I turned it in, and the next week, they sent me to the football stadium. And as I was pulling up, I noticed that there was Mr. Sandusky's car, because I remembered his car from at the gym. And I pulled up to the gate and I seen his car and I called my supervisor. I said, Mr. Sandusky's here at the football stadium. I said, it's now what, 10:30? I said, he's here at the football stadium. What do you want me to do? He says, just go on, do your job. So I went in and proceeded to go to the home shower, and I hollered around there. I didn't go in this time because I knew it was him, and I heard the shower, and I said, Mr. Sandusky, I said, how long are you going to be? Because I said, I got 8 hours, I said, and it's big, it's a big building to clean. And he says, well, me and my son was lifting weights, and we'll be about 15-20 minutes. And I said, okay. So I proceeded to go over to the visitors' locker room and start cleaning their showers and whatever. So I got through and I wrote my report up again and I turned it to my supervisor. Now by this time, I started talking and I started telling my coworkers, how everywhere I go, this man is there. I mean, and at 10:30 at night, nobody should be in the showers at 10:30 at night. And I started complaining and making accusations about it and telling my foreman, why is he here? And I probably should have kept my mouth shut, but I didn't. So as time went on, about 2 weeks later, I'm at work upstairs in the hub, and my supervisor called me down. He says, can you come down? I need to talk to you.